Hi kids, and welcome back to your English class. Now we'll continue with the lesson people around us. So before we start, we'll just recall what we have learned in the previous session. So we met some persons who helps to make our lives easier, isn't it? Who were they? Yeah, the first one was gardener, and the second person was a doctor, and then again we met a peon, a baker, a pilot, and also a sailor, and also a teacher. Okay, bus driver too, isn't it? So these are the persons who helps our lives, or who helps to make our lives more easier. Again, today also we are going to meet some more persons who makes our lives easier. Okay, so the first one is a postman. So postman is a person who brings letters, isn't it? He'll come to your house or home to deliver the letters, cards, and etc. magazines, isn't it? So here is Joseph. He is a postman. He is a postman. So postman is the word that you have to learn, isn't it? So postman is a person who brings letters. So keep this in mind. So again we are going to meet another person, and he is a tailor. So tailor is a person who stitches, isn't it? Who stitches new clothes for us. Tailor is a person who stitches new clothes for us. So tailor, here you have to learn tailor and also stitches. So meet Mr. James. He is a tailor. He stitches new clothes for us. Okay, so that's about the tailor. You know, you are very familiar with these persons, isn't it? Again, this is Joy. This is Joy, and he is a cobbler. Cobbler you may not be familiar with. Cobbler is a person who mends or who repairs our shoes, or who makes shoes. They are known as cobbler. Okay, so cobbler is a person who mends our shoes and slippers. Okay, so who repairs. So here you have to learn the word cobbler and also mend. Okay, makes and mends. Mends means repair. Okay, so moving to the next one, and it is a policeman. Policeman, you know how does a policeman help us? Yeah, the policeman keeps our neighborhood safe, isn't it? He takes care, or he guard our city or our area, isn't it? So that's about the policeman. So learn the spelling policeman. So this is a policeman. He keeps our neighborhood safe. So you have to learn this spelling also, neighborhood and also safe. Okay, so learn these spellings. Okay, and make sure that you read the lesson several times. It's very important. Okay, being the core chapter. Again, the next one is an activity, and that's all about the lesson. Okay, so we have met a policeman today, again a cobbler, and also a tailor, and also a postman. So these are the persons who helps with our lives to make it more comfortable and safe, isn't it? So now we are going to do the activity. Okay, so it is in page number 154. In 153 there is an activity. There they have given some things, and you have to find out from where do you get, or the person who sells it. Okay, so there is a list of things like fruits, bread, vegetables, and flowers. So you must mention the name of the person who sells these. Okay, so write it your own. Okay, so now we will do together the next activity, and it is to pick out the verbs. Okay, so from the lesson, it is not particular that you have to stick on to what I write on the board. Instead, you have to write or try to find out yourselves from the lesson. Okay, I will give only 3. The first 3 will write together. The rest has to be done by yourself. Try to read the lesson. When you read, just circle the verb and then pick out and write in the space given in page number 154. So this is page number 154. Okay, so the first verb I am going to write is The first one is sells. Okay, sells. The greengrocer sells, isn't it? So again, what does the baker do? Baker bakes, isn't it? Baker bakes. And again, what does the pilot do? Pilot flies the aircraft. So the action done by the pilot is flies, isn't it? Again, what does a tailor do? Tailor stitches. Tailor stitches. Stitches what? Stitches the clothes, isn't it? Again, what does the cobbler does? Cobbler mend our shoes, isn't it? The cobbler mends. Okay, again, and what does the teacher do? The teacher takes care, or the teacher teaches. So we'll write teacher teaches. That's a verb, isn't it? So no need to stick on to what I wrote on the board. Instead, you can find out your own from the chapter by reading it. Okay, so I want you to read and read. Then only the concept and the reading will be more powerful. Okay, so these are the verbs. Just repeat after me. Sells, bakes, flies, stitches, mends and teaches. So these are the verbs which I choose, and you can do it as you like. Okay, the next one we are moving to the answer the following. Okay, so the first question is, who is a greengrocer? Who is a greengrocer? Greengrocer is a person who sells fresh vegetables and fruits. So shall we write together? Okay, so listen carefully. You need not write now, instead you listen carefully and take your own time and write in very neatly in cursive in your notebook. Okay, so greengrocer greengrocer is a single word. Okay, so greengrocer is a person who sells fresh vegetables and fruits. So greengrocer is a person who sells fresh vegetables and fruits. Okay, when you think about greengrocer, keep in mind that what does he do? He is a person who sells fresh vegetables as well as fruits. Okay, so shall we move to the next question then? Okay, so the next one is, how do teacher help us? How do a teacher help us? Yeah, teachers help us in our studies and teaches moral values So write together. So we'll choose any other color. Teachers help us in our studies and teach us, and teaches what here? Teaches moral values. Okay, teachers help us in our studies and teach us moral values. Okay, so shall we move to the next question? So how does a pilot help us? How does a pilot help us? Yeah, pilot flies aircrafts and makes our domestic and foreign tours easy. Foreign tours easy. So you have to write a pilot flies aircrafts and makes our domestic and foreign tours easy. Okay, so read together. A pilot flies aircrafts and makes our domestic and foreign tours easy. Tour it is, T-O-U-R-S, tour. Okay, foreign tours easy. So again, the next question is, find the people around us who helps you. So you can think about and write. Okay, need not stick on to what I write. Instead, you can think about the people who help us, who are around you. Okay, and then write the there you have to write 10, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 10. So shall we write together? So the first person, you can write doctor, again next one I am choosing teacher, again greengrocer. It's a single word. Okay, greengrocer. The next one is baker, and the next one is driver. Okay, and again postman, okay, again who else? Tailor. Tailor stitches clothes for us, isn't it? Again policeman. Policeman guard our neighborhood, isn't it? Policeman. And again cobbler. Cobbler mends our shoes. Mends means repair. Mends also he makes. Okay, mends and makes shoes for us. Again florist is a person who sells flowers, and also she makes bouquets, isn't it? Florist. So these are the persons or people who helps us, who are around us. So just read doctor, teacher, greengrocer, baker, driver, postman, tailor, policeman, cobbler and florist. Okay. So again moving to the last question, and it is, how do people make our lives easier? So what do? They helps us in different situations, isn't it? So shall we write together? Okay. People like doctor, teacher, postman, etc. makes our life easier by providing different services. So these people like doctor, teacher, postman, etc. Many more are there, isn't it? We cannot write everybody's together. So we wrote etc. Okay. So people like doctor, teacher, postman, etc. makes our life easier by providing different services. They help us by providing different services. I hope it is clear. Okay. So that's all about this chapter. Again, there is an activity at the back side, and there you have to fill in the blanks by, there is a question, who am I? So picture is given and a question is asked, and you have to identify the person and write the answer in the space given and also color the picture. Okay, it's a very easy and simple one for you. So do it yourself. Okay. So these are the questions. So before we wind up, we'll just read the question answer and go. Okay. So the first one is, who is a greengrocer? Who is a greengrocer? Greengrocer is a person who sells fresh vegetables and fruits. Okay, it's a very simple one. The next one is, how do teacher help us? How does a teacher help you? Yeah, the teachers help us by in our studies and also teaches moral values, isn't it? So again, how does a pilot help us? How does a pilot help us? Yeah, pilot flies the aircrafts and makes our domestic and foreign tours easy, isn't it? Again, the next one, find the people around us who helps you. So you have to list out the persons. So who are they? Doctor, teacher, greengrocer, baker, driver, postman, tailor, policeman, again cobbler, and also florist. So these are the 10. Again, how do people make our lives easier? How do people make our lives easier? Yeah, the people like doctor, teacher, postman, etc. makes our life easier by providing different services. So these people provides different services to make our life more easier and more comfortable. So children, we have to be very thankful. We have to be very thankful to these people around us who helps to make our life more easier and comfortable. Okay, so thank you for your time, and keep reading the worksheet and complete the worksheet and remain happy and good. Thank you.